This right here. Yep, it's rolling.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yep, I'm all set.
Okay.
I should take this thing really
I'll
quick.
do a thing where we're knocking you.
Okay. Yep. Very good. All right. Come in.
Hey, buddy. Alright, let me do it again. I don't want to do that one.
I kind of forget what introduction was that. Hey, Ronnie. Come in.
Hey, pal. Very nice to meet you, man.
It's good to meet you too, Satan Star.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the pleasure to come over to my office and have this talk with me. Take a seat, please.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll just sit on my ass, I guess.
Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Amazing X.
What?
That we like your character and the moves that you do, but we gotta change the name.
Oh, okay.
You know,
What?
I just don't feel like the name is really fitting your wrestling style.
Really?
Yeah. May I, please?
I like it.
Well, where did you get it? From?
the dollar store.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Here, hold this.
Cost me 50
Here,
cents.
do me a favor.
What?
Hold your hand out. Just like
Alright.
that.
Ah! Sir,
No,
that was
let's,
not too nice.
please, this is time for business, not playing around. Let's
Alright,
let's
you-
just get to it,
Alright,
okay?
alright, yeah, I'm
Alright.
being irresponsible.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing X and you are great characters, but we need
Yeah.
to change that name. We
I
need
don't
something
like
that's
Amazing
more.
X. He's
We need
mean.
something that's more evil with Satan Star, you know. And I feel like Satan Star is predictable, you know, like I told
Oh, okay.
Amazing X. So let's. I have a list of names right here for you.
Right on,
Let's
right on.
let's get down the list, shall we?
Yes, yes.
And you know, if you don't like it, I'll cross it out. If you like it, I'll put a check next to it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Anything you want to tell me?
No, I'm just happy to be part of UWA. It's great. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So the first name I have is Y2 Pampers.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
You want a check mark next to it, or?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll put a dot. The American Nipples Dusty Diapers.
I like that. Reminds me of Dusty Rhodes, one of my
Okay.
favorite wrestlers.
We might get in trouble for that.
That's the
Actually.
American Dream right there, baby.
Andre the Diaper.
Yeah, I like that one too. You know, that's pretty beast.
Okay. All right. Pamper Angle.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that one.
Okay. The Legend Buns Dandy Diaper.
Yeah, that one's not too bad either.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll put a check next to that one. I'm sorry. The writing staff and I got together and did this. So some of these I didn't look at before and thought that, you know, it wasn't funny from a way to make funny. It was just funny because, you know, I wish I came up with that myself.
Right, right.
From the writing staff that came up with the Big Red Tits.
The big red tits. That sounds like, yeah, that sounds good. I think Hellraiser would really like that.
Okay. All right.
Let's put a star next to that one.
All right. Brett the Pamper Fart.
Yeah, I like that. That one's not too bad, but, you know, it's not as good as the last one.
Okay. Rowdy Crap Stains.
Rowdy Crab Stains. Not bad, not bad.
All right. Brock Wedgie.
Where are you coming up with these fantastic names, man?
I have some influences from outside the company.
Oh, okay.
All right. Pamper Bomb.
Wow. I'm a fan of that one. Let's star that one too.
The Star. Okay. All right. This is if you had an alter ego character that had 3 different personalities. You
Yeah.
have Dude Diaper, Cactus Nipples, and Ass Kind.
Oh, wow. Alright, yeah, I kind of like that. That's pretty original.
Okay. Dirty Diaper Savage.
I'm digging that.
Triple Tits.
Yeah, that one's not bad. Not bad.
John Toilet.
Yeah, I could flush people's career down the toilet.
Okay, so we'll start that one.
Yeah.
Bulk Diapers.
Bulk diapers. that one sounds pretty badass. You know what? Maybe I can get in shape and I'll be able to portray the bulk diapers name. Just gotta put on a few more pounds.
The Heartbreak Pamper.
The Heartbreak Pamper. Yeah, that's not bad. You know, Pampers do break a lot of hearts.
Now, this one was influenced by the Ric Flair name.
Right, right.
So we might not be able to use it, but the name I had was Woo a Diaper.
Wow, yeah, I like that one. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so we'll start that one. Buns.
Buns, yeah. Yeah, that one's pretty cool too. I like that one. Star that one. Buns.
Okay. Then we have 2 more. This one is called Who Took That Diaper? Who Took That Diaper Sitting on the Sofa?
Yeah, I think a lot of people would like that one.
Okay, I'll start that. And the very last one is Tornado Wears a Vintage Diaper.
Oh, alright, yeah, that's not bad. You know what? Wait, what was
The
the,
last one, Tornado Wears a Vintage Diaper.
no, the one before that.
Who Took That Diaper Sitting on the Sofa?
Bingo.
Okay, so we'll do that.
That's
Okay.
the one I want.
So by Fighter Finals, it will be Dark Rocker versus Who Took That Diaper Sitting on the Sofa.
Right, right. That sounds good. Alright,
All right, well,
cool.
thank you for coming into my office, and you have a great day and make me proud, okay?
Will do. Alright.
Let me tell you something, Art Payne. You ever been in a tool shed before? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, no, I haven't. Because I work in an office and I chipped a nail. So I don't know what it's like to do manual labor. Let me tell you something, Art Payne. You think you got a shot at taking down D.A. Arc Rocker? You got another thing coming. Because let me tell you something, Art Payne. When the time comes that you and I will fight each other for the UAW Undisputed Championship, I'm gonna win and you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You big loser. I'm caught. Art Payne, you called me out. There's no time for sitting. Let me tell you something, Payne. I saw what you did. I saw what you did to Bobby Gibbons, and how you attacked him. And that's why he's in the hospital. And as you were saying that I attacked you from behind and faking this injury, I attacked you out of self-defense. But let me tell you something. This injury is not by any means fake. You see, I've been talking to doctors a lot. They've been getting me good exercise through physical therapy. I just want to tell you something, Payne, that I will heal up 100% and we will have our match. The 60-minute Power Man match between the artist formerly known as Dark Rocker versus Payne. Yes. You see, the mobility in my broken ankle is at 12.7%. But have no fear, because soon it will heal up to 100%. Just in time for our 60-minute Power Man match. And every week I'll give a special update on my ankle. And I remember how this injury happened, where you ran me over with a car. Sometimes bones don't heal right away, especially after someone runs them over. See, I was just a poor homeless person looking for a job. And Arthur Curtis, president and talent scout of this wonderful company called UAW, hired me. And before I could even have a match, the top guy, Payne, gets jealous and attacks me. Did I attack you with crutches? I did. But as I recall, it was self-defense. I don't remember what provoked me to attack you. Maybe you walked by and called me stupid. Maybe you forgot to put on deodorant. Maybe I didn't like the food that you were delivering. And I understand it was my food you delivered to the wrong door. But maybe I was upset because the chef didn't cook it right. It was something. But all I know is that I just don't like you. I just don't like you, Payne. And I'm gonna prove in the 60-minute Power Man match that I am the greatest wrestler of all time. These are the words of the Messiah. But more importantly, just remember one thing. You will never forget the name of the artist formerly known as Dark Rocker. What's going on, guys? This is Dark Rocker, and here to share a special video for the new year coming up. I had a lot of plans throughout 2021 that I just, due to a lot of work and stress, I couldn't get them situated. I'm out doing chores right now, almost done out here. And just want to give a little update as to the status of Dark Rocker and what's going to come in the new year. So, first thing foremost, I have been focusing on my health lately. I am on the journey of sobriety, and I am possibly moving. I don't know yet, but I think around springtime I may be going to a different environment. So I'm not sure, but we're just gonna see what happens. As far as Dark Rocker goes, plans are still in the blueprints are still there for Payne and I to get together and do some videos. It has been a hectic year, so we have not gotten together to make videos, I think, since Christmas, so, of last year. But, we gotta dot our I's and cross our T's and make sure everything is all good to go. New show called The Dark Rocker Show will be airing on Sunday. I'm going to be doing hour-long podcasts once a week. First episode is January 2nd, 2022. I just recorded the first episode a little while ago. Not really happy about the first episode, but I am happy that I'm finally doing this. A film is going to be in the works starting this month, actually. It's going to be a film that is going to be created by Dark Rocker, Solo, and Maxwell Robertson. The name of the film, I'm not totally sure yet, but I'm thinking of calling it Disorganization. And it's an avant-garde film that is going to be psychedelic, snippets of old videos that I have, and audio files, and clips from my Watch Later playlist from YouTube, and just gonna be really weird and psychedelic. I don't have a set time that I know how long this film's going to be. I would guess probably most likely an hour and 51 minutes, so probably almost 2 hours. But it will be ready most likely by probably somewhere in the month of March. This will be completed and ready to go onto YouTube. And that's pretty much it. New character that will be coming to wrestling is Glam Rock, or something I planned on quite a while ago. That's a new character that I would like to bring out and Dark Rocker's in-ring, have do Dark Rocker's in-ring retirement, and have him stick to just the podcast. And I'm hoping that everything goes good for the new year.
I did not watch Pamper's video about Dork Rocker. I have decided that I don't have time for obsolete people, as I'm trying to become my greatest version. However, I am still going to make a note about him in a future video to come. That's still on the table, but other than that, I'm looking forward to a new year, and hopefully we can finally get some things going with the wrestling, and I think it's all time to get. So stay tuned for the Dark Rocker show and the new movie Disorganization, and we'll see you around.
News 69. Give us ratings or below us. It's come to my attention that Chuck D was able to call me out and say a bunch of nasty doo-doo things, although he should look in the mirror. So I decided to be peaceful and bring up 10 facts that you may have not known about Chuck Destruction. Number 10, he has a penis pump. Yep, every day he gets that thing all nice and firm and says a special abracadabra sort of message to himself, and that following message is, rub-a-dub-dub, I love the pump. Number 9, he once dreamed of being Vin Diesel's ballsack. As a young boy watching The Fast and the Furious, young Charles had sat there in his beanbag chair dreaming to be a ball. A big ball. Number 7. Did you know that Chuck D is actually, a lot of people don't know his name. His real last name is Newton. Yep, Chuck Destruction is the biological son of Wayne Newton. I was flabbergasted when I found this out, to be honest with you. I mean, of all things that I've found out about people. Number 6. The D in Chuck D only stood for destruction in UWA. In UW, it actually stands for diaper. If you ever notice, they will not let him use D as a word, so they have to keep that secretive. Just like Jugs from NWI, meaning just us guys. You know, people didn't know that meant Jugs. Anyways, number 5. An unfortunate fact about Chuck D is that he's racist to black people. Although he did try to start up a charity to help them, and went over to have like this big fundraiser with like water balloons and Kool-Aid and grape soda and all that stuff, basketball, what have you, food. It was all nice except for the fact that he walked by a group of them and said, "Throw me another watermelon, I'm about to spank some fried chicken." Yeah, I tell ya. Anyways, number 4. He has a beard, and if you ever wonder how he keeps his beard thick and healthy, every day he rubs cloth diapers on his beard to make it extra hard and firm. Number 3. The hit line, "I'm gonna knock you out of your shoes," was actually originally taken from an inspirational quote that he heard from a magazine, which said, "I'm gonna change your diaper, bingo." Number 2. He has plans to go to NWI in 2020 to be the professional diaper bouncer. Sorry, Micah Peterson, you might be out of a job. Oh dear. Number 2. We're almost done with this. Number 2. His penis pump actually has a name. His name is Buckles. And finally, number 1. Wow. The number 1 thing here on YouTube is at 11:37 p.m. every night, it's told from neighbors in the area of Arbor Hill
that he dresses like a gorilla, eating bananas, swinging on trees. They didn't know it was Chuck D, so they just referred to him as that dumbass nutcut. Well, there you have it. This has been News 69 with Maxwell Robertson. Thanks for joining me. And now we will get back to Rocker's Riff. Ah. Dark Rocker. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, guys. I'm doing this testing video. So basically, May 1st is going to be going on this Sunday, and I've been wanting to kind of finally get these videos rolling, and I figured that like today I was in the mood to really kind of start this. So I'm just gonna give a little introduction about my videos, and I'm gonna start with the hopefully the official first episode of Rocker Wednesday, or I'm sorry, the Dark Rocker Show. First and foremost is that my videos are not planned. Just kind of go with the flow on them. Today is in fact Wednesday. It's April 27, 2022. This video might be put up today just so I can kind of, you know, move storage off of my, or, you know, free up some storage on my phone, and so probably just put it up and then just kind of keep it private until Sunday. I'm currently outside right now doing my farm chores, so that's why I'm not looking at the camera. One of the reasons why I'm not, but I don't often look at the camera anyways. Just like to kind of check like on the time, you know, here and there. But anyways, yeah, so like I've been trying to do like the story of Dark Rocker for like a while, and I kind of like started out with before I even got into that character. But what I want to kind of do is like, instead of starting with the beginning, I've been doing that for like a while. I think it might actually be a little more interesting to kind of start out with like starting the Dark Rocker character, and you know, like what it was like the very first days of IKW and XUW, and just kind of go from there, I guess. So, but the difficult thing is that when I start talking about the very beginning, is like the wrestling name that I had before Dark Rocker in like maybe one match had a short-lived history. So I figured that in the future, what I would really like to do is I would really like to do a video, or a few videos rather, of before Dark Rocker. But let's just see where we get to. I'm on a 15-minute time limits here for the videos, because I want at least an hour's worth of each video at the end of every month. You know, rather than 4 hours, I feel like an hour would be a lot less stressful on myself. So, my memory on the beginning of UW, or at the time IKW, XUW, I think IKW was the first one, but my memory on it is just like a little hazy. So I could be wrong on my memory, but I for a long time believed that after I met Jake, who a lot of people know as, I think he still goes by Pranksta. You know, I don't know if he's still making videos or what, but a lot of people refer to him as Pranksta. And you know, him and I met, I think we met on September 25th, 2007. I could be wrong about that too. But when we met, we kind of got talking about wrestling, and we met in an art class at the high school. He was, I want to say that he was I think he might have been a junior at the time, and I was a freshman. I was 13, he was 17, and we got talking about, we met over South Park DVD, because he was reading up on the South Park Season 2 DVD. So we kind of started talking about that one day, and I remember one day during math class, he was wearing a black Shawn Michaels t-shirt, which I thought was pretty cool. And so we kind of got into wrestling, and I don't know how much longer it was after that, but I remember, like, I think we were sitting in the library one day. We talked about doing a wrestling show, because he told me they like to do videos, and I told him, you know, I have a trampoline, I like to do wrestling. Maybe we can do a show, and since you're good at writing and video making, I'll let you write the scripts. If we can, you know, so to speak, agree on you know, on ideas, and if I have ideas for characters, and you know, like, you know, I don't want to say pay-per-view, but like main event names or whatever, you know, I'd like to be able to kind of, you know, throw my ideas in the bucket and see what happens, so to speak, you know. And we agree with that. I don't know who exactly came up with the overall idea. I took credit that it was my idea to do the whole wrestling thing, but I don't know who initiated that conversation first. For all I know, it could have been him, but I really don't remember. You know, I mean, that's another thing, is like, I was so upset about that for a while, and decided that, like, you know, like I need to, like, really make peace with this situation, because any thought I'm getting, on something that I've been in a way on and off a part of for, you know, 12 years or so, you know, because I had, you know, quite a deep run with that, and, you know, I hate to like I just want to be done and over with the story, and I don't want to keep reliving these negative thoughts, you know. So I'm like overall making peace with the whole thing, all of it, you know. I want this to be, if not positive, I guess neutral, my emotions for it. But I don't know if I remember the first match. But I know it was Dr. Reality, played by Jake, versus Dragon Warrior X, played by me. We may have been outside for that, but I mean, I remember our promos were shot outside, but I don't know if we shot that match. There was like a few different matches that we did that, for all I know, I think they're all gone. We had like a hardcore match outside, a glow-in-the-dark match, which was just a complete disaster. I mean, that's what happens when you have someone that's 14 take on someone that's 17, 18, you know. And they never really did it before, so there's a few different matches that I remember that were just like, just god awful. But I understand it looking back, because that was like the beginning of everything. So I totally understand it. But it was just like really, really terrible. So, but the first match, and probably the only match with Dragon Warrior X, Jake sat down with me and he was like, you know, well, I like your character, but I'm kind of thinking that we should change your name. That's probably where, like, overall, where, like, the joking Amazing X and Satan Star name changings videos probably came from, or maybe like they were inspired, well, not really inspired with that, because two totally different things. It's just, I guess, like the idea. So at the time I was getting really big into Guitar Hero, and Jake was like, you know, you like Guitar Hero, you know, you kind of have like, you know, your hair is long, you're kind of got this like this dark side going, you know, how about we call you Dark Rocker? And I gave him all the credit for my name, because he really was the one that came up with Dark Rocker. So I definitely give him that, you know. Hold on 1 second. So I definitely say that he was the creator of one of the best wrestlers in the business. Now, like, moving forward, like, I don't know how long it was until we end up getting people into this thing with us, but I can't sugarcoat it. I really, like, looking back, I don't think I have any at all any fond memories of the beginning days of UW, or at the time IKW, and then again then XUW. Not because I'm like focusing on the negative, I just can't. Like I like there's just a lot going on. My parents had just split up. You know, the people that were supposedly my friends were I don't know, they're just like causing toxic friendships with me. My mom and I were not getting along. I think that there was a lot of negativity to all of it, where I was at that point in life, people I was around. I just like was not happy at all. But I'm gonna cut short, and in the next episode I'll talk about the beginning days of IKW, and later about what I thought about each wrestler on that roster at the time, and we'll go from there and see what we have to talk about. All right, thanks for watching. Peace and love. Good evening, everybody. It is right about 8 o'clock now on a Sunday night, and I spent the last like almost 12 hours, yeah, probably 11 hours, because I kind of slept in today because I drank a lot of tea last night. A lot of major changes going on. I was trying to catch up on all the projects I had neglected on for the week, so I spent the last 2 days kind of working on those things, and I'm just about caught up, but I definitely wanted to do this before it got dark out. Wanted to take a walk down the road and go ahead and continue on to the Dark Rocker story. I can't believe it's been a week since over a week since I made that video, but a week now since it's been on YouTube. So I kind of had to go back and rewatch the video to see where I left off. And where I left off was that I was basically talking about that the next topic I wanted to bring up was the beginning days of IKW. Okay, not really a topic I like to talk about, but it's been a crazy week, and trying to be organized is very difficult, but I'm glad I'm forcing myself to do this. So let's just kind of jump right into this. The beginning days of IKW was that when we were officially getting started with this, we were kind of looking around for people we could put in. And I knew some friends that I used to wrestle with, but the only one that was interested that I knew before high school was an old friend of mine named Frankie, and I don't talk to him anymore. But Frankie was probably the only one that was interested in doing it. So we had him and his older brother Ricky, God rest his soul, their cousin Ralphie, Jake's friend Julian, myself, and we both met this kid in high school named Ace. Now the reason why, looking back, did I have fun? Yeah, I did have fun. I really did, actually. I wish that I could actually I wish that I could find a way to point out memories of this whole thing, but I just, let me just say that I was going through a problem in my life that I know Jake would understand himself. That, my parents had just split up. There's conflict between my parents. I was feeling neglected by my mother. I was feeling, I guess in a way disrespected by my father. And the neighbors looked at me as a troubled child. I really wasn't, but I did begin to get into a bad crowd, so to speak. I mean, the kids loved me, but I was becoming more and more of the black sheep. That's where, like, wherever I go, I feel like I'm the black sheep. That's really where it started. But I had a lot of great times with neighbors. I really did, you know. But besides all that personal stuff, the real reason why I didn't care for IKW was just because of that. It was because, of course, we were all little. There wasn't any real seriousness to it. I mean, Ricky was our camera guy when he wasn't wrestling. He could not hold the camera. He'd hold the camera, he'd hold it out like this and like do this, and it's like we'd be like, no, we gotta retake this, you know, like this is terrible, you know. I mean, but then again, Ralphie and Ricky were young. I mean, they were my sister's age at the time, so they were give or take probably about 8, because somewhere about 8 years old, and I was 13. Jake was 17. I think Julian was 17. So I guess if I want to do this IKW video in one episode, because I got 15 minutes, I got 10 minutes on the clock, and even if I go over, that's fine. But I'm gonna just go through the roster, explain what I liked about them, what I didn't like about them. I'll start with Ace. Great wrestler, was an asshole behind the scenes. I don't know if it's like he blamed his Asperger's syndrome on that, but he was definitely very rude to me. I never did a damn thing wrong to him, and if I did, I'm apparently oblivious of it. I liked watching his matches. Didn't care to be around him, you know. He was just an obvious asshole, you know. And he tried flirting with my sister when she was like really little, and yeah. Well, anyways, I'm glad I don't talk to him anymore. I could care less about him. Let's see, Flame Damien. When I didn't really care for him. I mean, I did see him probably almost 10 years ago, and him and I had a good conversation. But besides that, I mean, if I saw him today, I'd probably say hello to him, but I you know, I didn't really, I don't know. I thought he was funny. You know, I thought his character was a funny gimmick. But I didn't really have a strong opinion about him. I at the time didn't care for him, and you know, that was really that, I guess. Let's see, Tank. Loved wrestling with him. Thought he was very funny. But he was a no good crook behind the scenes. He has stolen quite a few things from me and my mother. So last I heard, he was in jail. I could care less about what's going on with them. At the time, he was funny to be around, but honest to God, I really don't give an ounce of shit about him. I'm gonna save System 3D for last. Well, actually, Dr. Reality at the time. Who else is there? There's a lot of people. We talked about Ace, Flame Damien, Tank. Okay, Ricky. This one's a touchy topic. I should probably do a separate video about him, but all I'm going to say in this video is, just like Frankie, loved wrestling the kid, had a great time with him, and the amount of time I was able to spend in his life, more than half the time I was very appreciative of it, and you know, I did care a lot about him. Can't say other than my condolences to his family, I can't say that I would ever picture myself being friends with him if he was alive right now. So that one's touchy. I'm just gonna kind of try to leave it at a we had a good time knowing each other as friends. We went our separate ways, and you know, just gonna leave it at that. Ralphie, almost the same thing that I said about Ricky. Ralphie is alive, and I don't talk to him anymore. And I know that there were times I used to pick on him, so I highly doubt any of them would ever see this video. But I definitely apologize for that. And I know that right now he has, I think he has 2 kids, and I think he's married now. So I wish nothing but the best for him. Out of all the talent that we've had in our company in IKW, he was the one that got treated like shit the most. You know, I was taken advantage of because they would steal food and shit from my mom's kitchen, and you know, they would go and, like, you know, damage her property and stuff, and no one ever stepped back and apologized to me. I think at the time Jake was maybe the only one that stood by me because he at the time was my best friend. But Ralphie was one that Ralphie I think was the only one that actually was a respectful kid. So today I can't say anything negative about him. I am looking to be his friend or anything like that, but I just don't have anything negative to say about him, and I have nothing but respect for him. Since I got 5 minutes left, I think that I can hurry up and talk about Dr. Reality. You know, when we did those tag teams, like Lords of Rock and Who the Fuck Are We, I thought they were fun. I thought they were funny, actually. You know, Jake was the one that I created the business with, and I think that at the time we both kind of looked at this as like it could be something exciting to improve on, but also like if it's gonna be like this, I don't want to do it, you know. So I would definitely say that as far as Dr. Reality goes, the character, I thought it was cool because, like, the name, I still to this day I'm trying to figure out like what it means, but maybe that's like the whole purpose of it is like, because he didn't dress as a doctor, you know. I don't know like what the reality of things was. I don't know if it was like he one day went to see a therapist and a therapist told him something. I don't know what it was, you know, and the skateboard coming out. So I liked it because it was different, and it made me kind of stop and go, huh, like I'm not really understanding this, but that doesn't mean that it's terrible, you know. But he had a lot of charisma and energy, which I liked. He definitely, you know, was funny to be around. I mean, there's not much really personal I can say, you know. It's just, I don't know. I just, you know, just like I said about Ralph, I ain't looking to be anybody's friend, you know. I told myself when I was going to make these videos that they weren't going to be all negative. So, no, I think that, I think it was a pretty, interesting gimmick. You know, you know, when I met Jake, he wasn't, I'm not gonna say he wasn't who he is today, but it was definitely a bit different, you know. But anyways, that's a story for another day. But no, as far as the Dr. Reality character goes, I didn't think anything negative about it. You know, I thought a lot of the characters, like, I thought that if, like, I were to write a book someday about this, which I really want to, I haven't had the time, you know, I have to wait until I can sit down and do it. But I would love to like write a book about you know, a UW series book. The first one being based off IKW, but like they're like warriors in this world and fighting for you know, for mankind or something. I mean, I could come up with a great story about Ace, Tank, Flame Damien, FedEx, Demented X, Dr. Reality, Dark Rocker, you know, so it's just, I guess my problem with the Days of IKW is that it just, to me, was just complete trash. I mean, and I try to be very nice about the characters and stuff, but we all were stressed out. We all weren't getting along. We all had problems with things, you know, and I know that I had my fair share of kind of being that rude little asshole to people that I was around during that time. But if I recall, whose houses were they going to do the wrestling? It was either my mother's house or it was my father's house, and the only other place that was optional to go to was Jake's mother's house. There never was let's go to Frankie's house, let's go to Ricky's house. Closest we got was down the road, you know, at the little lot type area. That was it, you know. So I just remember that if there was ever a time when anyone wanted to do anything, it had to be at my mom's house, my dad's house, or Jake's mother's house, you know. Gonna go over to Flame Damien's house, or gonna go over to Frankie's or you know, Ralphie's or whatever, which is fine, you know, that's fine, whatever. But just kind of interesting how that all works, you know. I hope to God that if Jake can, he brings back the entire UW library like he said he was going to. I've been waiting patiently for that, but I think it was all just talk and not going to do it. I'm not saying that to insult him. I just really want to sit down and finally do a reaction type video, you know, or like commentating at least. You know, one thing he's got to understand is that I ain't looking to be his friend, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't pick up the phone. You know what I mean? It's just like a lot of stuff happened, but someday I'll be able to like sit down and have a one-on-one with him and talk to him. But you know, I ain't wishing for anything anytime soon. You know, so. But anyways, I'm gonna cut short, so I'm almost back home. So thanks for watching if you do, and rock on.
Hey guys, this is Dark Rocker. I wanted to make a video update. I'm planning on making some future videos. I have a few ideas that I would like to do, hopefully within the month of July. I originally wanted to do stuff last month in May, but procrastination makes fools of us all. I wanted to give an update on my health. I'm currently been diagnosed with cyclic vomiting syndrome, CVS, call it for short. Basically what that means is that I can't keep any food or fluids down. I'm on a very restricted diet of sips of water, Pedialyte, and Gatorade. I'm like nibble on baby puff cereal, like those puff cereals you see for babies, and popsicles, and even all that still comes up. So I got to go back to my doctor tomorrow. I lost 15 pounds in 8 days, and prayers and good vibes are much appreciated. But yeah, I just want to give a little update on my health, and not doing too good lately. Going through severe dehydration. Other than the weight loss, I was on Monday. I was hooked up to IVs at the emergency room, and luckily for me, I see a GI specialist tomorrow, so hopefully they can figure out what's going on. My heart rate today and yesterday around the same time was, and mind you, was just standing around doing nothing like I am now, and that was 146 beats per minute. So it's really not good lately. I was 168 when I went to the doctor's on June 12th, and then as of today, I'm down to 153, which is June 20th today. But anyways, I just want to give an update on my health and let everyone know that I am planning on making new videos. Hopefully I'll do that soon. Make sure you guys stay cool. I feel like there was one other thing I wanted to say and I can't remember what it was now. Let me think. No, maybe I got it all. I don't know. But anyways, good vibes and prayers. I appreciate it, and thank you for everyone that watches this video. That includes Rob and Jake, my two #1 fans there, and hopefully you guys are having a really good summer and enjoying yourselves. All right, rock on.
This is Dark Rocker. I'm stepping out of retirement to wish a very special happy birthday to a long friend of mine named Jay, aka the Tornado. I know we knew each other since February of 2011, and since then you and I have remained friends and tried to stay in contact, and one of my biggest fans and one of his biggest fans, and someday I still hope to eventually do our Dark Rocker versus Tornado match. Well, anyways, Jay, obviously I've been very sick lately with a lot of problems lately, but besides the point, this day is about you and how cool you are and how much of a wonderful friend and human being that you are. And I just want to wish you a very happy birthday from the bottom of my heart and tell you that I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful year, and hopefully many more to come, and that I love you. Rock on.